How's it going, guys? ThyGecko here, and I am bringing you episode 2. Episode 1, I didn't really like how it started off. It was kind of weird, and it was just a bad start. So we're starting all over, 0000, on the time, day 1, ready to go. I haven't even looked at any of our survivors, but one thing I did notice is this well spawn. Very good, but let's go ahead and get this ready to go. Okay, now let's take a look at Kelly here. She's a good gatherer and a good crafter. That's good. So she's probably going to be our scientist slash combatant. Okay, so he's a bad scientist, but he's really good at combat. So he might be our combat guy a little more. And then we've got our beast farmer. Wow. Okay, fantastic start. I'm going to go ahead and change the name. I'm not going to go crazy with the caps this time. He's going to be farmer. And I'm just actually going to name him Brute, the definition that they've given him. Kelly is going to be our... Kelly's just going to be Kelly. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to set up the farmer. So what we need to do is I want the farmer to fetch water. Good thing is gathering does not have any negative effects. And I'm going to deselect each one of these. And me doing that really creates the priority of them doing farming and fetching water for the farmer. So that's good. I'm going to go ahead and select that for him to do. Now let's go to the Brute. What can we have the Brute do for now? The Brute can be our builder for now. And then he's going to train next. And what I want him to do is when he's not having anything to train with, I want him to chop trees, quarry, and search debris. Now, a mistake I was making is I was marking the whole map. I could see how that could be a problem when you need certain materials. So we're not going to do that this time. So let's go ahead and jump to Kelly. Kelly is going to be our science crafter person. So we're going to go ahead and move her up to scientific research right under crafting. And then after that, we're going to deselect everything. Now, that leaves her something to do all the time. Now, when we have enough scientific research, we might move her to gathering because she is a gatherer. So let's go ahead and continue with the time. I'm not going to fast forward too much. Kelly's not doing too much right now, so actually, I've already made my number one mistake. Let's go ahead and get her to chop some trees while it's here. So what I want to do is I'm going to get these trees out of my way, because they are going to be in my way for how I want to set my farming up. And let's go ahead and continue. Now, I want to go ahead and build the experiment table, the workbench, and I like to put the food table next to the door like I said in the last episode. And then the bed behind it. So that really makes everything convenient, I guess you could say. And then Kelly's going to, for now, get the trees until the scientific research is complete. Then she's going to go do that. And then Brute, when he gets done building, should come over here and collect these trees. Now, you want to keep a lot of trees going because they changed arrows, like I was saying in the last episode. Sorry if I'm repeating a lot of things. I just wasn't satisfied with the last episode and the way it went. But the arrows are definitely, they're cool. It's a nice implement. It doesn't make the bows too broken because the bows are very strong if you get a full team of bowmen, I guess you could say. So him as a farmer is going to be very, very strong. It'd be really nice if he had that extra gathering boost, but that's fine. He's a very good farmer, and that is great. So that's going to be very good for keeping our food going. Water's not really usually ever a problem. That's why I like to build next to the well just like this. So he comes right from here, goes right into there, and then right up there. No problem at all. And it just makes things simpler, I guess you could say. So we're working on getting our research going right now. I'm going to fast forward at 4 times speed There's no need to go to 8. I kind of want to make sure everything's going the way it should be. We're accumulating a lot of water. That's good. I want to go ahead and get that out of the way because we're going to get new members early on. I mean, after you do the 2 clubs, pretty much straight off the bat, you get an extra recruit person that you need to go rescue, and then almost immediately after that, you get another one. So the farmer's going to sleep real quick. Kelly's doing our research for us. Now, she's done with that. Now, let's go through this tech tree real quick. I didn't do this last time. We have the farming, which is the vegetable farm. We have cooking, which is for like the stove and the wheat and bread. And wheat's used for the sheep, so that's good. I haven't experimented too much with this, so I can't really give you too much on that. This is really good for later on with all the occultism stuff. So we're going to go ahead and grab farming. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and, you know, usually I put them just like that, but it usually leaves this extra space here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I really like the way it laid out last time. And what I also want to do is I need these rocks gone. So Brute's going to go work on that. And this farm is going to be maintained by our farmer, which is going to be really good. And we're going to get a lot of resources right off the bat. So that's really nice. Now, after we get this stone here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the 2 farms straight off the bat, like you need to anyways. And then I want to go for, the next thing I want to go for is bow making and woodworking. Woodworking first and then bow making. Because I want to get the stone house. It really makes things a lot simpler, a lot more space for the occultism stuff later on. It's really nice. It gets very in depth here. I mean, it really does. And we have a really good start here. I'm very impressed with this. So that's really good. Now, we got a lot of research going, but we need our research person to make us some food as soon as these vegetables get grown, which they're at 100% maturity. So I'm going to go ahead and use these 2 these 21. Wow, our farmer is amazing. And she's going to go ahead and stop that and start crafting our food for us so we can get more hours with our food. So that's going to be good. And then she'll continue going on with the research. And I'm going to keep it at this 4 times speed because there's really no need to do anything less. Okay, now we've already got enough stone so we can cancel this. And I want him to take out this forest right here. And then I want him to take out the stone. Because I'm pretty sure his priority is, yes, it's stone after. Okay, fantastic. Now what we're going to do next is, now that she's going back to researching here, we're going to go and research the woodworking and the bow making. Brick making will be on next on the list. The crossbow is really, really nice, but it doesn't really compare too much to the demonite bow. But that's not till later on. We need a few things and requirements for that. So that'll be later on. Now what we're going to go ahead and get built, we're having a food problem already, but that's why I'm getting this extra piece of wood here. There we go, that's our second farm. Bruce's going to come over here, and he should be making that after he goes and gets the food. Fantastic. We're off to a phenomenal start. Now look at that, we've already got the 24. So we're going to go ahead and get some more food made. Now we do need to craft 2 clubs. And the requirements for crafting 2 clubs is just 2 pieces of wood per club. They're not too great, but they'll get us started. Now we're going to go ahead and craft those. Fantastic. Assistance is needed, so we're going to go ahead and go back to normal speed and pause. We're going to give Brute one of the clubs, and we're going to give Kelly one of the clubs. And we're going to go assist this person. Now we have to deal with 3 imps, so let's send a rescue team, and we're going to send Brute and Kelly. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's continue with the time. And we're going to go times 2 because that's a good distance. Now, you don't want to rush while you're in combat. There's a strategic thing. It might look simple, but there is. So if you'll see these barrels right here, when you come up to them, you'll get this shield. Right now, they're about a half of coverage, or I guess you could put it as defense. That's like a damage absorbent, so that's good. Now, a recommendation is if you can get to a bus, which is like right up here, you'll learn the maps after a while. So this bus right here, so we're going to try to make it this bus before the M's get to us, because there they are. See this bus? It gives us a lot more defense, but it's straight walled, so it kind of makes things a little difficult. So we're going to have to run down here for Brute to get the defense as well. We want everybody to get the defense. Kelly, Brute, all of them to have this shield right here. That's why these barrels down here made a little bit of a difference, because they're spaced out and they can space out. Now with the bowmen, it really helps because they can just line up on that wall. Now we're going to return to the base view and wait for them to come back with our loot of a new person. And I'm pretty sure we did receive some sulfur from that. So we got Grady now. He's a good combatant, and he's very, very good at crafting. Wow. It's quite amazing, actually. What we're going to do is we're going to set him to craft. Okay, very good priority. And I want him to not chop trees first. What I want him to do is I want him to do the quarry first. So we have somebody always chopping trees and somebody always mining. And that's really all I want him to do. We'll apply his training later when we get a training location. Now the next person we're going to get is going to be prioritized, if they're good at gathering, is going to be in the searching debris department, because that's going to be very useful. Okay, so we're good to go there. Now the next thing we need to really work on is, sorry, not building. We need to get some arrows going. We don't have too much wood right now. Grady's mining for some reason. Oh, that's Grady. That's right. Sorry. Brute. Where is Brute at? Brute's taking a nap. That's fine. He got a little damaged. He needs the health. Okay, so now we have 4 mouths to feed. So we're going to need the food source to come a little faster. But that's fine. I'm not going to go ahead and queue those up quite yet. We're going to go ahead and look what we need for the sawmill. Now we're short on wood. Now Brute's going to gather us some wood. So that's good. Grady's going to go ahead and get the mining going. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to queue up all these trees right here as well for Brute to get for us. Because we're going to need a lot more wood, because we have a lot more building to do. So the next thing we're going to go for is the sawmill. And then after the sawmill, we're probably going to try to go for a training area. And we're going to get some bows crafted up. But what I really want to go for the composite bow. It's a lot better than the regular bow. If you notice, it has 8 range. That comes in very good handy when you're fighting Reapers. It has the 65% accuracy, which is very, very good. And it has 2% more damage. Reapers are devastating to melee, and they've got the range on you. You've really got to position yourself right to not die to Reapers. So that's what we're going to go for next. And Kelly is doing our research some more right now. So we should have enough for we do. But I want to go this way. Animal raising isn't too big of a priority right now. So we're going to keep going down this list right here. You see this one? Construction. And then the colony defense. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and do this one. And this one. And then we'll do animal raising. Now we might hit first aid around there sometime. But it's not too biggy at first. I'm waiting for another rescue mission to pop up. That's going to be very useful. Hopefully we get like an occultism, because they're very, very... very useful late game, mid game even. But our food's getting really low, so we need one of our crafters to go ahead and craft us up some food. So if I'm not mistaken, Grady's gonna stop and he's gonna start crafting for us. Very good. Very, very good. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and 4 times it here, just to speed up the process of things. There's really not too much I can do right now. Okay, so what we need to do is... we just really... It's more of a waiting thing now. I've got the 5 arrows, which is definitely not enough. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and get the sawmill. Very, very good. Enemies approaching. Now that's not good. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to gather everybody up. I don't have an extra weapon for them. That's not good. I didn't think that out too much. That's fine. We're kind of located in the center of the map, so it really helps out. But what we're going to do is we're going to come fight in these rocks. And it gives us a little bit of a defense. Not too much like the bus, but at least we know everybody's going to have defense. So I'm going to run them out so we have this fight in the mix of things. And what I want to do is I want to go straight for this minor demon, because he's going to deal out the most damage. Now, rocks are spread out everywhere, so we're going to have the defense on everybody. So that's going to be very good. Now, Kelly's taking a little bit of damage, so I'm going to go ahead and try to find her in here. And we're going to run her out, because we do not want Kelly to die. Fantastic. Wasn't too bad that time. Okay, so let's get this sawmill going. Now, I don't know where I want this located. I want farms coming down right here. And it just... Maybe I won't have farms on this side. I think I'm going to place it right there. I'll just build my base around it. I can't really predict what I'm going to build and how I'm going to build right now, because I'm not there yet. So we're going to need a lot more science. Let's go ahead and speed up 4 times here. And, okay, so Brood's going to be working on clearing out this forest. And I am going to have somebody who's got a good building to them. Wow, his farming is amazing. So nobody's got a building perk, so that's fine, I guess. We'll just have a lot of people build, but I want to get a big forest built after I clear one out. And I also want to queue up these trees right here. I think this is where I'm going to build my forest. Kind of right in between here, which is going to be great. Now that we've got the sawmill, that really opens up being able to make the boards, which we need boards. What do we need boards for? Right, the training area. So we're going to work on the training area next. Now, we don't have anybody getting scraps for us quite yet, which is fine. It's not too big of a deal right now. But what I want to do is, let's get some more arrows made. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay. Build. Assistance is needed. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and pause the game. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. I haven't made... Let's go back to the map. I need one of our crafters to make us a bow real quick. Let's go ahead and cancel these out just so that gets done right away. And let's go and rescue. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to remove his weapon because he's got the most damage. And I want to give him the bow. I'm going to bring Grady, Kelly, and Brute. We're going to leave the farmer behind. You don't ever want to take your farmer to combat. It's usually a bad idea. Okay, so hopefully we come out successful. I didn't read off, but I think it was 2 imps and 2 regular demons. Now this is a very good start location. What I do is I usually get behind here. I'm going to put Kelly back here. And I'm going to put... Actually, I'm going to put Kelly over here. And I'm going to put Brute here. I'm going to have Grady run out. Grady's going to run out. And he's gonna go get the enemy's force. So here they come already. And I'm gonna kind of block it in where they can't get the Kelly. Grady's not gonna have any defense, so that's not gonna be too good. So we need to, well, he seems to be doing alright. As long as he doesn't get attacked too much. Now he's getting attacked by 2 minor demons. But Grady's health, he's doing alright. He's not taking too much of a hit. Okay, so we were successful that time. That was 2 minor demons and 2 imps. My apologies. And now we have Annabelle joining us. Fantastic. We will not turn her down, but what we will make is food. Excuse me. Now, we have Annabelle. Now, what are your perks? Because you're good at combat and crafting, but you're not a gatherer. So what we might do for you is we might prioritize you in crafting. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to have you train when you're not... Damn. But I want you to go search debris right now. And really, that's all you're going to do. Now, I know I said earlier I don't want to mark the whole map, but I really just need to go ahead and clear out all the debris from the map. Just go ahead and get it out of the way because they never come back and you can never get them back. So I need to get as much as I can to get my farming and building going. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and have somebody clear out this forest right here. Well, that's a big one, but that's fine. I also want to mark some clay, so we need to locate some clay over here. And I want to demark, I guess you could say, or deselect this here, but we're going to leave those two just to get a little extra, or that one, sorry. Okay, now we have our research is going up just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get this going so we can get the stone house. Okay, so we're going to need boards and scraps and bricks. Now that really brings us to a problem here because we got to get the clay, what I was assigning him for over here. So hopefully he'll go work on that. I'm going to go ahead and deselect that one. Now with everybody going out and getting our wood and searching the debris and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and times the 4 speed. We're doing alright on food, not too good, but our water's fantastic. But what I really need is the scraps to get accumulated. Now where is the scraps being gathered at here? Okay, right here. Annabelle's doing the scrapping. Fantastic. Now she's not a gatherer. We can see that. But she's all we have right now, which is fine. This here is in my way, so we might queue them to be mined very, very soon. Because I like to come out this way with my home. Kind of make it like a border, which really helps out with reapers. Like I was saying earlier, you really want to position the reapers right. You don't want them to get the jump on you. You want to get the jump on them, more or less. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to go to 8 times, but right now we're kind of in that middle state. Oh, well, no, we're not. We have enemies approaching. Now, what I need to do is pause. I want to get another bow. Maybe 2 more bows going. Okay, now Grady. Now we're gonna move everybody to the middle here. Yeah, being attacked, fantastic. Okay, so we're gonna have Grady. We're gonna get rid of your axe. We're gonna equip you with a bow. Annabelle, we're going to equip you with a bow. And the farmer will go ahead and equip you with a club. And what do we have here? Oh, we have already got a reaper coming in on us. I'm so glad that I got the bows. That's gonna help us out a lot against the reaper. Okay, so Brute's taking it right now, taking the blunt of it, which is fine. He should be able to tank this imp as fast as it's gonna go down. And then this imp's gonna be next, which Grady's tanking, so that worked out really good. Okay, so I can't believe we've already had a Reaper attack. That's kind of weird, seeing we're only on day 4, but that's fine.